just going to give a couple of minutes for people to just join in, and this is the Carl Watts Golf Daily Live number 11, so third week, and a little bit of a rush this evening actually, because I've just literally got back from the club teaching today, and I have to say had some great lessons which I'm going to give you a little bit of an insight about this evening, and because I think it's very common amongst most players. So tonight's going to be a bit of a recap onto some of the lessons I've had today and how it can help your game and your understanding, and you'll see some of these where I put them onto the YouTube channel anyway. So you can see some of the lessons and what their faults were and so on. So, cool, yeah, just looking a little dishevelled here, I have to say. But there you go. That's part of life. So so anyway, let's just kick on, and welcome to the Carl Watts Golf Daily Live, Daily Lesson Live number 11. And can I say today it's not going to be answering questions because, like I say, I've literally just walked through the door. I've just set up, and it's amazing how quickly you can do this stuff. But it's interesting. It's going to be more to do with the lessons that I've actually given today and what sort of impact they've had. Now, I will be actually putting these lessons, some of these lessons on, and creating a YouTube clip which will really help you to understand if you struggle with the same sort of problem, what you can do about it. Now, today's lessons in particular were generally 9 out of 10 players are going to be slicers of the ball, and that was that was the same today, running throughout literally everyone that I was teaching. Now, if you're struggling with a slice, remember one of the key things you want to be able to do is understand what causes a slice. You would also like to be able to stand there and go, what causes a hook? So you've now got a reference between a pull slice, if you like, and a push hook. Now, the pull slice, remember, is the most common flaw, fault, shape of shot there is, and it's normally linked to just a simple lack of understanding about the game and about the core principles of the game. So, how do you slice a ball? So, if I was going to ask you who are listening, how would you slice a ball? What would you say? What would you have to do to slice it? So if you've got any comments, by all means just put a couple of comments down here for me right now, just so you can say, yep, Carl, this is how you would slice a ball, and this is what I would do. So just put those comments down for me, and I will give you a bit of an insight into actually how you would do it, but then also the reverse for the hook. So key thing for slicing a ball, what would you do? Now, the main culprit behind a slice, most people would say, and rightly so, they are swinging over the top. However, what you're really after is what is actually causing someone to come over the top in the first place. So today I had lessons with James, today I had lessons with Peter, I had lessons with Patrick, and those three in particular today, and Danny, sorry, as well. So 4 lessons, all struggling with the same flaw, which is coming over the top. However, the reason they come over the top is the club face is open first and foremost. So when you leave the club face open, the ball will curve to the right. Now, when you see a ball curving to the right, your instinct is not to go, hang on a minute, I better release the club, maybe because of a lack of understanding, no one's pointed that out to you before. And in reality, what then happens is people, instead of simply closing the face and releasing it, what they do is they swing out to in over the top to compensate. This then adds petrol to the fire, because now you start to swing further left, the ball starts left, curves more to the right. As that continues to happen over time, you get more and more over the top. You start, perhaps, in a lot of the examples, you start aiming further left to compensate as well. So it's just a knock-on effect. It's a snowball effect of the main flaw, which is the club face being well open at impact. Now, if you were going to hook a ball, what would you do? So the idea here is to go, okay, if I slice a ball and I wanted to do it on purpose, which I'm a very keen advocate of, is to help people go, okay, slice it on purpose, what would you do? Show me how you do it. Now do the reverse. How would you now hook a ball? How would you hit a push hook rather than a pull slice? Now, the reverse of a pull slice, swing over the top, club face open, would be swing into out, too far into out, with the club face viciously closed. That would create a hooking motion. Now, the hookers amongst you, which are far and few between, by the way, you're used to seeing a ball viciously snapped to the left, especially perhaps with a driver, and your instinct is then to swing further right to try and help it. That again will add petrol to the fire. You might instinctively be the right thing, you feel like it's the right thing to do, but I can assure you it's the opposite. When you see a ball hooking left, you need to swing more left and leave the face open. When you see a ball viciously slicing to the right, you need to swing more right and try and close the face. Now, if you don't understand those basic principles, the instinct will do the complete reverse, which is why so many people, so many players struggle with the slice, the pull slice in particular. So the more you can actually get that pull slice working, so understanding the pull slice, the better off you'll be. Now, just one thing, I've just noticed that I've not got my mic on, so apologies about the sound. However, I think it would be good enough to actually get the what I'm saying here, which is cool. Okay, so remember, all you pull slicers, your instinct is to try and swing further left. All you push hookers, your instinct is to swing further right to accommodate it. It is the opposite. So when you understand, how do I slice it? You swing over the top left, leave the face open. How do I hook it? You swing well to the right and you release and you close the face. By understanding one side of the coin to the other, or one end of the scale to the other, it allows you now to take more control of your game and to be able to calibrate where it matters most, which is on the course. So to give you another example of that, if you were to hit a pull straight left, the swing path is out to in with the club face square. So if you're pulling shots left, the opposite of that would be a push to the right, which is a straight into out path with the club face square. Now this may sound very simple, but I can assure you probably 9 out of 10, if not more, you're probably going into 99 out of 100 players, if I asked these questions they wouldn't know the answers to them. Now that's not because they're just not clever enough, because most people that come for me for lessons are far smarter than I am. It's just that when you go into, say, PGA training, you learn the basic principles of shape management. However, in teaching, that doesn't tend to be taught. So the idea of what we're doing with the Carl Watts Golf YouTube channel is to educate you, to empower you to learn actually why what I do to cause these different shapes. Now, if you understand that, you can then do the reverse and you can take control over your game yourself, which is very, very cool. So today, interestingly, so I just had a lesson with Patrick. Patrick's been playing the game for a few years. Just took it up again really the last couple of years. Young lad, has always been a slicer, has never ever drawn the ball, especially with the driver. It literally took him 2 shots. Now the way the lesson actually worked is I spent the first 20 minutes talking like I am right now. I watched him hit a few slices. I showed him the video. I then talked through exactly what I am saying to you right now to help him get the understanding. I asked him, do you understand how to hit a slice, a pull slice, or a push hook, or a push, or a pull? And now we were starting to get the concept of it. Then, once he understood the concept, I literally asked him to release the club straight away, and I asked him to hit one directly left, which he did literally immediately. Then I asked him to now, can you do the same thing, but by swinging to the right, which he then did straight away. So it took him 2 shots to start hitting draws. That was initially with a wedge. Then we got the driver out. He hit the first one where he hit a bit of a slice. I then told him about releasing the club, let's really go for it. He then hit just a gentle fade. Then he really went for trying to get the draw, hit a low draw to the left. Then we got him swinging it right, and then suddenly he was hitting a draw. So within literally 3 shots of the driver, he was then consistently hitting draws with the driver. Now, he's been a slicer his entire golfing career, if you like, or lifetime, or golf time, if you like. And within a few shots, he got the principle and got the understanding. So the dreaded slice is not something that, if you like, which can take, people perceive to take years to get over, or months or weeks. You'll be surprised how quickly you can make changes. So fundamentally, players who are in a good technical position, yeah, so they haven't got like these fundamental flaws anywhere. You can very quickly take them down this line of shape management. If some people do have maybe one fundamental flaw, for instance, maybe they're way too flat in the backswing, I might have to work with them with that technical flaw first and then really work with the shape management. So the order is, okay, technically, are they good enough? Don't need to be perfect, but are there any key points that are really stopping them, preventing them move forward and to be able to shape the ball? If they're in pretty good place, then you can really go to town on what I've just said there, and you'll be surprised how quickly you can get results. So I hope that's helped, but that's been a bit of a recap of today's lessons. So I've given basically 4 lessons today, and my lessons generally are 2 hours long as an average. However, very quickly you can see how you can help someone go from slice to draw, which is a very, very cool feeling for someone who has been a slicer their entire life. So any questions, please throw them at me. If you've got some videos, some swings you would like me to assess, I will create a YouTube clip for you, and I will go through the process I've just gone through here. So if you're a slicer, I'll demonstrate how you can assess your own swing and come up with the answers for yourself. Again, if you're a hooker, I'll be able to do the same as well. So please throw the questions my way. And sorry the mic wasn't in today, but like I said, I was cutting it fine to get to today's live. Battery was low. Everything that could potentially go wrong was potentially going wrong. However, I'm here. The live has gone ahead, and hopefully you've got some good information out of this which will help you with your game moving towards the future. So this is Carl Watts Golf. This is today's lesson live number 11. And like I said, click onto YouTube, go onto the Carl Watts Golf YouTube channel, click subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll get all the latest videos coming your way. So look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care.